What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Ja Gorgeous Imani Jairi, whatever you want to call me. And today I am back with another video. As you can see, this is a different type of video that I've ever presented on my page. We're going to call this Watch Me Work. As you may or may not know, I am an entrepreneur, and one of my many gifts and talents is that I'm also a loctician. So I have a business called For the Love of Locks. I do hair, specializing in locks, specifically natural locks and faux locks. So today I'm going to be showing you my method of how to retwist mini locks or mini twists, whatever you want to call these. I don't call them sister locks because I'm not a certified loctician in how to install sister locks, and I personally don't even like sister locks, if I want to be completely honest. But this is the smallest that I would go for any client that I would recommend. So again, I'm just showing you my version. Please, if you have anything negative to say, I don't know if your mama ever told you this, but my mama said, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But thank you for all the love and support, and I'll be leaving all the information down below. But again, let's get into this. Watch me work and watch me break down this video. Peace. Okay, here as I'm separating our locks to create that new row for me to retwist, I just want to say that it may appear that I'm separating her hair roughly, but in all honesty, her locks are about 95% dry. I always make sure that I have a leave-in conditioning spray that I just spritz the hair with lightly, regardless of if I'm doing the full section or that specific part of the hair, just to make sure that there's at least as little friction that I can ensure that does not happen, or that, you know, the scalp isn't irritated or the client isn't like feeling uncomfortable while they're getting their hair retwisted, because it's not supposed to be a painful process. And I know a lot of people are used to their lock experiences where they're getting their hair maintained being painful, but that's really not supposed to be normal. I guess the birds wanted to back me up on that part, but I also just wanted to say, as you're getting ready to apply your gel to the scalp, please make sure that you're not overusing the gel. It's really just supposed to be like an extra sealant to make sure that the style stays in place, but you don't want to excessively use the gel so it doesn't create buildup over time, especially because you don't know how the client is maintaining their hair while they're not in your chair or whenever they're not around you. Sometimes, unfortunately, people only wash their hair when they sit in the salon, or sometimes people only wash their hair when they're relying on someone else to be able to do it for them. So you want to make sure that you're trying to keep the scalp as healthy and breathable as possible. Alright, so here, as you just previously saw, I'm literally just using the traditional retwist method that I use for most of my clients, and I try to detangle with as least resistance and friction as possible. So again, that's why occasionally I use scissors. But here, I'm just using the traditional comb method to retwist, as well as some locksmithing, and I was just trying to show you like the little amount of gel that I'm using just to reinforce, again, the hold. And there I am locksmithing, and there you have it. I'm just doing that all the way down the lock because, as you can see, she has a curly hair texture. Being that I only did these starter locks about 6 months ago, there are certain sections of her hair that are more loose at the root. So I'm using also the interlocking method using a 4-point rotation. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, how are you doing these with these nails? But honestly, I do this so much that like it's kind of just like second nature at this point. But essentially, you want to split the hair in half in 4 different sections and just make sure that you are looping the hair through the hole and making sure that you're alternating the directions you're going. So I will try to explain this more thoroughly in the description box, but if I don't and you're interested in learning more about the interlocking method, I will definitely do a more detailed video, but this is not that type of video for now. I'm just literally going through the gist of what I do for different lock methods. And if you can see, it's getting tighter as I get to the root of the lock. So to finish it off, I'm going to use a crochet needle just to continue that interlocking method and make sure that it is as tight as possible at that root, so it is still just like the other locks. And I'm literally only doing this on a certain section of her hair that require this, because again, either the hair is extremely loose or the hair is very thin in that area. So there's going to be another section where you see me repeat this method when I get to around like her edges, because she had a lot of loose hair. So I only recommend using this method for certain hair textures, or for, again, those very thin parts of the hair where you want to make sure the lock is reinforced and it doesn't unravel, especially if you're not going to be someone who comes to get your hair done frequently. She goes to college, I believe, like in a different state, so she doesn't get to do her hair as often as my other clients. But again, I was just showing you like the reinforcement of the fact that this is only required in certain hair sections when it is necessary. I wouldn't recommend using this all the time, even though, again, some people prefer this method, interlocking, but it's not necessary. As I previously stated, it's very important, especially with starter locks, to make sure that you are twisting all the way down the lock from root to tip, just to make sure that the hair is, again, being secured thoroughly and consistently throughout the lock. After all of that is over, she sat under the dryer and I took those clips out. Here is her hair. The grid is gridding, as you can see. My parts are always given. But I just wanted to end this video by saying that it is very important to make sure that the person is fully dry before they leave the seat. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and in the comments down below, please let me know if you like these videos since this is the first time that I've done this. And again, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you and peace.